My Hero Ultra Rumble. This is a game we talked about a while ago back on the channel, but we never gave y'all an update, and since your boy didn't have a PlayStation to be able to join the open beta, now we can actually give y'all some feedback on this. So that's going to lead us to our anime question for today. What character are you looking forward to playing with the most in this game? Me personally, it's got to be my boy Shigaraki. And yeah, that's today's video. We're basically going to be updating y'all on everything with the game, some things that you don't know, maybe some things that you know, and just catching everybody up to speed before this thing releases. So if this is something you think you might be interested in, stay tuned to the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those nice things, and let's go ahead and hop straight into this break. Okay, so we get to some key things about My Hero Ultra Rumble. The first thing is going to be free to play. Now obviously you're probably going to have to spend some money in the game if you want to, get certain characters and things like that, but hey, at least the game starts off free to play, and that's going to bring in a deep player base. So the second thing is going to be the consoles, because you got to know if you can even play this game. And then right now, so the thing that's weird, when you look at the website, it doesn't show the next gen consoles, but maybe they do come to the next gen consoles. But right now it just says Switch, PS4, and Xbox One, but obviously you're going to be able to play it on the next gen consoles, with the backward compatibility. But just keep your eye on that. So we move into actually some things with the characters, and the gameplay and stuff like that. The confirmed characters so far that we have are going to be Bakugo, Uraraka, Todoroki, All Might, Tsuyuru, Shigaraki, Dabi, Toga, Ida, Kaminari, Mr. Compress, Mount Lady, and Cementos. So this is going to be pretty cool, some of the characters that we already got. They already have a pretty big roster of characters they're bringing with 14, and kind of curious if there's going to be more or if that's kind of just going to be what it is for launch. Now we get into the actual some of the archetypes, because all these characters are going to have different classes. So far the classes that they have announced has been Strike, which they've announced in a recent blog. They said that Shigaraki is going to be a Strike type, and they go into details with that. They also announced that Midoriya is basically an Assault type, and also we have another one which is Rapid, and I'm thinking Rapid's probably going to be probably a fast moving character, so maybe like your Froppy and also Ida. As far as technical characters, that's another class. I think that's probably going to be people like Cementos, and then we also have Support, which like a support, which I think is probably going to be Uraraka. Now we move over to actually some of the things that they showed in the blog with the character. Apparently with Midoriya, the Delaware Smash is going to lose. You have a possibility of losing all your bullets if you shoot it in the crouching position, which is pretty cool. They're going in depth with that, but you have further range. And they also talk about the Black Whip allowing you to move to higher positions and also restrain enemies, but this will also help you with moving around with allies and stuff if you're using the Black Whip whenever you have downed allies. And then they also went into detail with Shigaraki, talking about his collapsed hand, basically saying that it's going to destroy buildings and also reduce the defense. And his Earth Crack ability and Ground Destruction ability are going to deal continuous damage, as they should, since we know that Shigaraki has the decaying abilities and things like that. But it just seems like they're already going pretty in-depth with some of their characters. So as far as some things about the gameplay, if you didn't know, probably should have said this probably in the beginning, but My Hero is basically, basically going to be like a battle royale type game, kind of similar to Fortnite type thing, but more fighting, more action. It's going to be 3-man teams, and you're basically going inside the circle, fighting and things like that, and you're using the different quirks and things like that to help your team win, which is pretty cool. And you're going to be getting new characters and customization, so you might get new skins. I talked about this in a previous video, that I wanted to get Deku's, the Vigilante Deku outfit, so I'd be really happy if they throw that into the game. I also want Shigaraki with his cape for, the Paranormal Liberation War. I want him looking crazy. But it's also just, pretty cool. They're going to have, different sets of skills, and you're going to pick up different cards in the matches to be able to upgrade your quirks, upgrade your character, which are, kind of going to play the role of like weapons and stuff, how it is in Fortnite, but instead you're getting character cards and boost cards and things like that. So, some things we talk about when it comes to modes. There's going to be a training mode, which I think is a very big change they made. It's a very good thing they added. This is going to allow you to spar with your teammates, and also you can change the settings on the bots and things like that to play a certain way, do certain actions. I think this is going to be very cool, practicing with your teammates, figuring out collaboration quirks and things like that. This is a very good addition that they added to the game, and you can even cut on a mode where you can attack your allies and allow you to spar with them. So another game mode that they have with these modes is going to be individual rankings, which is basically, the basic individual ranking match. So this is basically going to be your individual ranking as you're going in and playing with teams. They're also going to have office rankings. So office rankings are going to basically kind of be like your little team that you create, kind of like, I guess, your agency, your hero agency. And, depending on how your members on your agency or your office actually perform, you're going to get different rewards for how your ranking goes and things like that. And then there's also going to be event rankings, so probably special events. They might have special events running, you know, whenever the anime comes back, if this game is still going. So there's going to be event rankings, you know, depending on how you hit certain milestones and things like that. But another thing about the ranking system is they made some changes based off of feedback from the beta. And one of those things is there's gonna be different rankings. There's gonna be like Ace, Pro, Mature, and also Beginner, with Ace being the highest, obviously. And then also based on the damage dealt while still up, that is going to be how you get your points. So I'm guessing in the beta there were people that were just stealing kills and taking away the stills once somebody was down, but they changed it now where most of your points for your ranking system is going to come from while your enemies are actually up, not from just taking them out when they're down, which I think is a pretty good thing. And it also seems like the point cost is going to increase as your level is higher. So if you're a pro or an ace, it's going to take you a little bit longer to get to the next level, and it's going to be harder for you to get points, which I think is pretty cool. Move over to the next thing. I think this is pretty cool as well, and it's just, they're just doing so many great things for this game, and I think it's going to be the roll tickets and the hero crystals. So basically these roll tickets and hero crystals are going to be how you actually get the characters and things like that. You can also get new voices, and you can earn these from missions, so you don't necessarily have to pay for it. That's what I like about it. But I mean, people are probably end up paying, but you don't have to pay for it, and you can get these crystals and these roll tickets, and these are going to allow you to get character customizations and also unlock new characters. Now the thing that I like the most is the next thing we're talking about, and that is going to be the rental ticket. They're going to have rental tickets which are going to allow you to try out characters that you're thinking about maybe trying to use your hero crystals to get, so you can see if this character is even going to be worth their money. And that's honestly just crazy that a game's going to let you try out a character before you buy it. Of course, you have to get the rental tickets, but this is pretty cool that you're going to be able to try out characters and see if you like them before you actually spend your money on them. And then the last thing we're talking about is just some key points. So there is going to be a Tokyo game show coming up soon, and My Hero already released some things, you know. They even put out like, you know, like a little thing on their Twitter saying, you know, stay tuned for more news and things like that. And this is going to be between September 21st to 24th, so maybe you could be expecting a release date around this time. They're going to let you know a release date because, I mean, it says it's scheduled for fall release, and, you know, fall is slowly creeping out of there, you know, eventually. And I think maybe they're just trying to figure out when they're going to release things because, you know, Storm Connections is coming out in November. We have Spider-Man 2 coming out in October, and it probably means they're going to be sandwiched in between those two games unless, you know, it doesn't seem like they're releasing in September, and I wonder if they're going to do early October, or maybe they're going to try to just come around the time that Storm Connections is coming, which is, you know, going to be a little bit of a competition going out with that. So I'd maybe say probably late October, maybe early November is probably when they're going to announce the release for this game, which I think is pretty cool. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about is just going to be Season Pass 1. So they already put out an article trying to, you know, basically have people take hints and guess who the characters for the Season Pass 1 is going to be, and it's going to be 3 characters. And looking at these silhouettes, it was a little bit difficult for me to, like, you know, to really figure out who it is. But I'm thinking going off the first one, I thought it was going to be Aizawa. I thought it was him, Eraserhead. But when you look at it, the hair just looks a little bit like, it looks like dreads. And that's making me think that it's going to be the Vine Girl, which is going to be Ibara Shizuoka. I think it's going to be her. And we move over to the next one, which, I don't know. The ears look weird, and that's what throws me off, but a bunny's ears can be up and down, so I think this is Mirko. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm completely wrong with these predictions. The last one was the one that had me the most puzzled, because I don't know if this is a side view or a front view, but I'm going with either Ryuku or the Crimson Riot. But let me know in the comments, who do you think is actually coming to the game from these little pictures, because I'm not just the most knowledgeable about My Hero, but I've watched, you know, all the seasons, all the episodes. I think I got a good idea about the characters, so I think I might be right with my predictions. But let me know what y'all think about my predictions in the comment. Let me know what y'all think about this game and all the new things that are coming and all the things that it's doing. And if you're curious about seeing all this information for yourself, make sure that you actually go check out their blogs. They put out blogs pretty frequently about the game on their website, which is pretty good when a game developer, you know, when the game is putting out blogs about the game. And if you're more interested in more anime games, make sure you go check out my video about the new Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash game. And I'm gonna see y'all on the next one, man. We out.